Hello, everyone. Netsuite Mark, wanting to share with you the ERP Labs accounting report solution, bundle ID 547968. Uh, so the inspiration of this solution was working on projects throughout the years, making lots of saved searches and um, financial reports, all really similar. And I went, if I just make a bundle, I could provide 70, 80 plus safe searches that are commonly used that we could quickly customize versus creating from scratch. The second part is as people make requests, I just keep on making this bundle better because I'm like, hey, other people could use that. So that would be smart to add. And so I do. And then it's to help organize. So a lot of times people would create a safe search and junk up their shortcuts, or they couldn't remember the name. I couldn't remember the name. Someone else made the safe search. Then you get seven similar safe searches that no one knows which one's the right one to use. So with this one, there's a menu called accounting reports, and then there's the financial reports, and you could see there's same as prior year, 12 months rolling, 3 months rolling, and the detail, trial balance, the cumulative translation adjustment, balance sheet audit. So some of these obviously are native, but they all have little customizations like the detail. Native NetSuite does not automatically include something like class and department. And when you see the detail, you usually want to see that. Your budget reports now are in a menu. General ledger, two of the big ones here are show me the non-posting items because something may be stuck in an approval flow and I need it to hit the GL. And the other one is the one at the bottom, transaction date outside of the period. And wouldn't that be nice to know before you started the closing period? There's some cash flow reports. The last one has been pretty valuable to users managing uncleared transactions. So quickly show me my uncleared transactions. Let me filter by bank or credit card. Account receivable reports. These are color coded to help you kind of pop out what's really old. You'll see pending as well as approved, and that's so you could see the big picture. And then you'll see from the GL impact, that's to kind of help you see what's going on with the transaction types, right, for summary. And if anything weird is going on with your general ledger impacts. For your invoice and payments, you could see what you've received today, make sure it matches your deposits, what's due to help with your cash flow planning, and maybe what should you clear out? Like you sent a invoice for $100.10 and they didn't see the 10 cents, so they paid $100. How much time are you going to spend chasing the 10 cents? So sometimes this could help you identify and then just go ahead, probably write off. Invoices created yesterday. So if you're doing lots of volume, you care about daily sales, you know what they probably should be. Um, you know, it, is that coming to fruition? All right, customer reports, missing terms. Um, the email one, that's not PDF, has been important because NetSuite will send PDF and HTML. They're two different templates. So if you're expecting a nice crisp PDF, you get a weird looking HTML email, that could affect potentially your relationship with your customer. Um, Accounts payable, similar reports for AP, aging, and the GL, bill and bill payments. So this is bills to pay based on the sooner of term date, term due date, or the bill date and due date, and that's to help you make sure you don't miss any of your discounts. Your vendor reports, missing terms is probably the big one there. way to help accountants with oversight and management of customer returns, and especially the credit memo portion of that. If you have advanced financials, there's amortization schedules or your prepaids. And the big one here is the waterfall. So what are my expenses hitting by period? So you could see the effect going out multiple periods. Purchasing reports, the accounting oversight for your open POs and what you received but haven't been billed, what you've been billed and haven't received, what you've received more and haven't been billed, or haven't been billed more but haven't received, et cetera, et cetera. So a lot of good accounting oversight there. Uh, Help you track your vendor returns, especially with the bill credit generation. Expense report management, sales and margins. So do your item sales match your income statement um, before everyone gets a bonus because you crushed it on a gross profit for an item? This report will also show you just not your revenue and COGS, but your sales volume. And so that's important because you could have disconnects between your sale and your cost recognition. And so you may think, let's go high five everyone. We have this amazing gross profit percentage, but if you sold 1,000 and only fulfilled or recorded the COGS for 500, of course you're going to have a super high gross profit percentage for that item. Um, Purchase and back order, collection reports, items. The big ones here are the inactivations and then the type with accounts. So that will group like assembly versus uh, inventory versus non-inventory, right? And then show asset account, income, COGS, expense, variance accounts. So this is a good way if all of your inventory items are supposed to be coded to one asset account, like raw goods, and all your assembly items are supposed to be coded to a different asset account, like finished goods. This report will help you catch that. And then for vendor prepayments, the big one is the unapplied. So a lot of times the clients will say the vendor prepaids are incorrect. Obviously, NetSuite's completely wrong, right? And then you go, well, let's look at it. And you bring up that report, and what you'll find out a lot of the times is the prepaid um, was something they actually paid, and then they had the PO, right? And then they received, but they never billed the PO because in some cases they paid the PO 100% on the front end, and then they forget the bill. So in that case, what you have is you have increasing over time vendor prepayments, and you have increasing over time accrued purchases. So how do you clear that? You clear it with creating the bill and applying the vendor prepayment. All right, part of this solution is also some sublists. So you have the AR aging sublist. You'll see it's color coded. This includes pending approval, so you could get the big picture. You could see the AR by subsidiary and statement. So this loads 1 month at a time, and then you can filter it for just posting. You could filter it for dates as well. The reason it loads just for one date range is timing. And so if you set this for all, it will take a long time potentially to load the page, especially if the customer is like Amazon, right? And you have like a million transactions a year, that's going to take a long time to load. So we don't want to necessarily do that. We want it to load fast and then to change our filters. Similar for our vendors, you have their approval or pending approval and you're open. The reason for that is that you want to see the big picture once again. So if you have 200,000 of pending approval and open is 500,000, the total 700,000, that's nice to know. I need to plan for the 700,000, probably not the 500,000. You'll see it's color code. That's by date range, your aging range. And then you'll see this flag over there. That means it's past due. Same legend for your AR. AP summary by subsidiary. Same with the vendor statement. And then this has two extra bill payments. Show me I know I paid it. Oh, here's that payment. And then you could start your investigation. Maybe it just never cleared, or was you go back and you see it was returned or what have you. And then here's the bills I paid. So they call and say you didn't pay it. You could quickly see I did pay it. Oh, you applied the payment for bill one to bill two. All right. So those are some of the little extras. I'm going to stop my share real quick. I'm going to go into the CFO role, and then I will share my screen again. And there's a couple of extra things for this solution as well. So you'll see upper right-hand corner, CFO role. You'll see CFO reports. A lot of CFO reports may not like this huge accounting menu, which all the accounting roles will see. But you could always obviously filter the audience for the tabs, right? But they have their special one here too. This is just coded for CFO roles, but you could add the controller or whatever other roles you'd want. They have their own set of financials, journal entries for some oversight. Here's a good one. Is the person who created the journal entry approving the journal entry? I'd like to know that, right? I could look at my journal entry created by results or created by summary. I could kind of see what a user is doing. And then this one, a lot of CFOs care about role permissions and the permissions people have, who has access, who has full permission, and like what can they do? So some extra reports for the CFO roles. So that was a very quick overview of the ERP Labs accounting report solution. If you have a report that you want me to add, feel free to reach out. If you'd like to have a more in-depth demonstration or to look at it in your Sandbox account, just reach out. Once again, ERP Labs accounting report solution, bundle ID 547968. Have an amazing day.